Fire Captain Engineering, situation critical.
All available personnel on the double. Spock with me.
Luna played Marina Morrow, the seductive captain's woman in the Mirror Universe. She was born on March 2, 1937 in Manhattan. After Star Trek, Luna stayed busy with appearances on Hawaii 5, Mission Impossible, and The Man from U.N.C.L.E. She also appeared in films like Ship of Fools and Fire Creek and remained active on the Star Trek convention circuit for years. In 2025, Barb Luna is 89 years old. In the Apple, the Enterprise encounters a paradise planet controlled by a deadly machine god named V. Keith Andes played Akuta, the tribal leader with antennae, who serves as V's voice. Born July 12, 1920 in Ocean City, New Jersey, Andes had a steady career in film and TV. After Star Trek, he continued to appear on series like The Rifleman, Climax, and This Man Dawson. He later shifted toward voice work and stage musicals. Keith Andes passed away in 2005 at the age of 85. Following Akuta's eerie calm, the Apple introduced Sienna, one of the wide-eyed villagers untouched by life outside of V's influence. She was played by Sher Nims, born January 9, 1947 in Santa Barbara, California. Her time in Hollywood was brief with a few supporting roles, including a part in Easy Come, Easy Go opposite Elvis. After that, she quietly left the industry. Years later, she reconnected with Star Trek fans through the convention circuit. As of 2025, Shy Nims is 78. Also in the Apple, Celestial Null appeared as Iman Martha Landon, a rare red shirt who not only survives but gets a romantic subplot with Chechev. She was born July 26, 1944 in Long Beach, California. After Star Trek, Yarnell appeared in Live a Little, Love a Little with Elvis Presley and made guest appearances on Bonanza, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and Melrose Place. She later became an author and advocate for holistic health before passing away in 2018 at the age of 74. Before he became famous as Hutch, David Soul made one of his earliest TV appearances in the Apple as Makora, one of the native villagers. Born August 28, 1943 in Chicago, Soul had bit parts in shows like Flipper and I Dream of Jeannie before Trek. Afterward, he shot to fame as Ken Hutchinson in Starsky & Hutch and also had a successful musical hit with Don't Give Up on Us. David Soul passed away in 2024 at the age of 80. In The Doomsday Machine, William Wyndham appears as a tormented Starfleet officer, Commodore Matt Decker, desperate to stop a planetary weapon that destroyed his ship and crew. Wyndham was born on September 28, 1923 in Manhattan, New York, and brought raw intensity to Decker's breakdown. After his Star Trek guest spot, he went on to win an Emmy for My World and Welcome to It and became a beloved recurring character on Murder, She Wrote. Wyndham passed away in 2012 at the age of 88. In Catspaw, Antoinette Bauer portrays Sylvia, the enchanting alien temptress who tests the Enterprise crew with eerie illusions. Born September 30, 1932 in Baden-Baden, Germany, Bauer built a steady TV career, appearing in shows like The Twilight Zone, Mission Impossible, and Hogan's Heroes. After wrapping Neon Rider in 1992, she retired from acting. As of 2025, she is 92 years old. Sharing the screen's sinister energy, Theodore or Theo Marcusa plays Korab, the alien sorcerer who alongside Sylvia traps Kirk in a haunted castle. Born August 2, 1920 in Seattle, Washington, Marcusa was a frequent TV character actor, often villainous. Tragically, his life was cut short in a car accident on November 29, 1967, just a month after the episode aired at age 47. In I, Mudd, the unforgettable con artist Harry Mudd returns, played once again by Roger C. Carmamel. Born September 27, 1932 in Brooklyn, New York. Carmamel was one of the few guest stars to reprise his role on Star Trek. After Trek, he stayed active on television with appearances on Batman, The Mothers-in-Law, and later moved into voice acting. He became the voice of Smokey Icky Bear in public service ads and voiced Cyclonus in the Transformers animated series. Carmamel passed away in 1986 at the age of 54. In the same episode, twin androids Alice No. 1 to 250 and Alice No. 251 to 500 were portrayed by real-life identical twins Alice and Rhiannon Andre. Born November 5, 1936 in Omaha, Nebraska. The sisters were briefly active in modeling and television. Following Star Trek, Their appearances included small parts in The Wild Wild West and The Monkees before stepping away from Hollywood. Randre passed away in 2009 at age 72. Alice Andre passed in 2005 at age 68. K. Elliott appeared as Stella Mudd, or at least a robotic version of her built to nag Harry Mudd for eternity. Born July 30, 1924 in St. Paul, Minnesota, she had a number of television appearances during the 1960s, including Draget and Petticoat Junction. After Star Trek, she had a few minor roles before retiring from acting. K. Elliott passed away in 1986 at the age of 62. In Metamorphosis, the crew meets the legendary Zephyr Cochrane, played by Glenn Corbett, born August 17, 1933 in Elmont, California. Corbett had already built a name in film and TV. After Trek, he starred on The Doctors, had recurring roles on Dallas, and made guest appearances on shows like Bonanza and Gunsmoke. He passed away in 1993 at the age of 59. Eleanor Dong-Hugh played Commissioner Nancy Hedford in the same episode, a Federation diplomat caught in an alien encounter with life-changing consequences. She was born April 19, 1937 in Tacoma, Washington. Known earlier for Father Knows Best and The Andy Griffith Show, Donahue returned to TV after Trek with appearances on The Odd Couple, More and Mindy, Murder, She Wrote, and Dr. Quinn Medicine Women. As of 2025, she is 88 years old. In Journey to Babel, W.E. meets Spock's human mother, Amanda, portrayed by Jane Wyatt. Born August 12, 1910 in New Jersey, Wyatt was already known for her role on Father Knows Best. After Star Trek, she kept working in film and TV with appearances in The Love Boat, Saint Elsewhere, and Fantasy Island. Jane Wyatt passed away in 2006 at the age of 96. Serac Spock's father made his first appearance in Journey to Babel, played by Mark Leonard. He was born October 15, 1924 in Chicago. Leonard would go on to reprise the role of Serac in multiple Star Trek films and The Next Generation, making him one of the franchise's most enduring guest stars. He passed away in 1996 at the age of 72. In Friday's Child, Elin, the pregnant Capella noblewoman, was played by Julie Newmar, born August 16, 1933 in Los Angeles. She was already famous as Catwoman on Batman. After Star Trek, Newmar continued acting into the 80s and remains a beloved pop culture icon. As of 2025, she is 91. Maya, the hot-headed tribal leader, was portrayed by Michael Dante, born Ralph Reuben Vitti on September 2, 1931 in Stamford, Connecticut. Before Trek, he appeared in numerous westerns and TV dramas. Afterward, he had recurring roles on Days of Our Lives and General Hospital and remains active in conventions at 93. Portraying Crass, the loyal Klingon officer was Teague Andrews, born March 19, 1920 in Brooklyn, New York. Andrews was best known for the Mod Squad and played the first Klingon ever to die on screen. He passed away on January 27, 2007 at age 86. In the Deadly Years, Commodore Robert Stalker takes command as the Enterprise crew rapidly ages. He was portrayed by Charles Drake, born October 2, 1917 in New York City. Drake continued acting in film and TV through the early 1970s. He passed away in 1994 at the age of 76. Dr. Janet Wallace, the ship's physician and Kirk's former love interest, was played by Sarah Marshall. Born May 25, 1933, Marshall enjoyed a long career in TV and stage. She passed away in 2014 at the age of 80. In Obsession, a young officer's guilt drives the plot. And that officer was Anen Garavay, played by Stephen Brooks. He was born August 12, 1942 in Columbus, Ohio. Before joining Starfleet, at least on screen, Brooks had already made his mark on television in series like The Nurses and Men in Crisis. But his biggest break came after Star Trek when he starred in the FBI opposite F.M. Zimble Jr. He later took roles in Bonanza and The Interns before stepping away from acting in the 1980s. Stephen Brooks passed away in 1999 at the age of 57. In Wolf in the Fold, the mysterious and bureaucratic administrator Han Gist interrogates Scotty under suspicion, an unsettling role brought to life by John Fiedler. Born February 3, 1925 in Platteville, Wisconsin, Fiedler enjoyed a long career in film, TV, and animation. He is perhaps best known as the voice of Piglet in Winnie the Pooh. He passed away in 2005 at age 80. Jerus, the prefect of Argilius II, was played by Charles Macaulay, born September 26, 1927 in Louisville, Kentucky. He later made guest appearances on Perry Mason, Mission Impossible, and Columbo. Macaulay passed away in 1999 at the age of 71. Sybo, Jairus' wife, performs a mind-readating ritual central to the episode's mystery. She was played by Parrot, born July 25, 1938 in Manila. After Trek, she continued acting in TV throughout the 1960s before retiring. Parrot passed away in 2001 at age 62. In The Trouble with Tribals, Federation Under Secretary Niels Behrens was portrayed by veteran character actor William Schallert. Born July 6, 1922 in Los Angeles, he had a prolific career in television with roles on The Patty Duke Show, The Twilight Zone, and Get Smart. Schall passed away in 2016 at the age of 93. Stanley Adams played the unforgettable intergalactic traitor Sereno Jones. Born April 7, 1915 in New York, Adams brought a manic energy to the role. Outside of Trek, he appeared in Gilligan's Island, The Addams Family, and Mayle's Navy. He passed away in 1977 at the age of 62. Klingon Captain Koloch was played by William Campbell, who was born October 30, 1923 in Newark, New Jersey. A frequent track guest star, Campbell also portrayed the mischievous Train in The Squire of Got Hose. He returned as Koloth decades later on Deep Space Nine. He passed away in 2011 at the age of 87. Michael Pataki took on the role of Korax, the hot-headed Klingon who insults the Enterprise crew in a barroom brawl for the ages. Born January 16, 1938 in Ohio, Pataki later appeared in Halloween 4, Lassie, and Get Christy Love. He passed away in 2010 at the age of 72. Music, Ari Darvin, the undercover Klingon disguised as a human bureaucrat, was played by Charlie Brill. Born January 13, 1938 in Brooklyn, Brill had roles on Rowan and Martin's Logan, Murder, She Wrote, and even returned as Darvin in Deep Space Nine's Trials and Tribulations. As of 2025, he is 87 years old. In The Gamesters of Triclonian, Galt, the cold and commanding master of the Thraws, was portrayed by Joseph Ruskin. Born April 14, 1924 in Haville, Massachusetts, Ruskin appeared in 5 different Star Trek series over the decades. He also had roles in Get Smart, Mission Impossible, and The Twilight Zone. He passed away in 2013 at the age of 89. Angelique Petty-John played Shauna, the silver-haired Drilth who trains Captain Kirk for combat and eventually questions her role in the Tiscalan system. Born March 11, 1943 in Los Angeles, she later appeared in The Mad Doctor of Blood Island, Get Smart, and had a cult following on the convention circuit. She passed away in 1992 at the age of 48. In A Piece of the Action, the Enterprise crew finds themselves navigating a planet warped by 1920s gangster ideals. Anthony Caruso brought Bella Oxmix, the ruthless mobster, to life. Born April 7, 1916 in Frankfort, Indiana, Caruso was already a fixture in film noir and Western television. His pre-Trey appearances included The Untouchables, Have Gun, Will Travel, and Bonanza, and he continued acting into the 1970s on shows like Mission Impossible and Fantasy Island. Caruso passed away in 2003 at 86. Opposing Oxmix is Jojo KCKO, played by Vic Tbach. Born January 6, 1930 in Brooklyn, New York, Tabak later became a TV legend as Mel, the diner owner in Alice. His other credits include roles on MASH,